be a good question. We'll see what you think. So depending on what size of business you are, and maybe depending on what your business goals are as well, because I think certainly for our listeners, there's going to be people at different stages. We're going to have people that are potentially just starting out. Maybe we're not generating that 50K turnover regularly enough. Maybe we're not generating 30K. And then we've got those that are potentially in the multi-six figure as well, or just creeping into that bracket. So everyone's going to have a different goal, I suppose, for their business and what they want. How important is PR at all of those different levels? It's a very broad question.
Yeah, no, it's a great question. It's so important at every level. I mean, I'm bound to say that, but I'd say even more so when you're just starting out, because it's setting the foundation for who you are. And it doesn't always have to cost a fortune. You know, it does have a bad reputation in itself for that, because people think, oh, PR is going to cost a fortune. I need to do like multiple campaigns, monthly retainers. It doesn't have to be. There's also a lot of things that you can do yourself. Firstly, you know yourself, you know your brand more than anyone. You know, take the time, write it down. Think having a solid plan in place is really important. And by plan, you know, really do your research. Who is your target audience? Who's your ideal customer? And we encourage our customers to really dig into detail here. Give it a name as well. Create kind of profiles, demographics. Our ideal target audience, target person is Lucy. She's a marketing manager. She's in perhaps about 35. She owns a dog, which you'd be pleased to know. But where they shop. And you might think, well, again, there's too much detail. But when you're very clear in your mind of who you're looking to attract, it's easier to find them. Because when you know that, you then think about, well, what type of media do they consume? Where do they go? What events do they go to? What books do they read? What podcasts do they listen to? And then you can figure out where you need to put your content. And then also, it's like, what language do they like to read? What kind of sentences are important to them? What are their problems? The really important one. How can I add value to their lives? How does my product or service do that? And then you develop these kind of key statements or messages that you will use when you're doing any kind of form of content. And then it's looking at what channels, what are important to the target audience. Because it could be, you know, oh, I need to be on TikTok because everyone's on TikTok. Are your audience on TikTok? Is that of value to them? And sometimes it's like, yes, they're on TikTok, but they're not using it with the business mindset that they need to be. Maybe they are, but it's asking those questions. So digging into details with that, which channels, is it podcasts that they really listen to? And then figuring out kind of a timing, like, you know, we kind of create Excels where it's each month and then the different channels down the side, and plan what's possible. What can you do yourself? And it might be that you're a great writer, but then perhaps you need help getting into the media, or you're perhaps not that confident speaking in public, but you're great at writing, and vice versa. So for example, if you're great at writing, creating loads of content, how can you then get support to help you then place these articles in the media? Perhaps that is a PR agency, perhaps it's a friend, you know, where they're great at speaking, but not the other way around. So partnering up with them. There's so many things that, this is another kind of bugbear of mine in today's modern world, just picking up the telephone, you know, giving someone a call.
She's happy now.
Yes,
but happy now.
You know, I would actually do like a full running lap of joy there, but continue.
But you know, not enough people do it. We hide behind technology. Mm-hmm. We'll send a little Instagram message or an email and then wonder why no one's got back to us, because they're receiving hundreds of thousands of emails and you're not standing out enough. Pick up the telephone. If perhaps you've got a great story, you've sent it to a journalist. Journalists receive hundreds of thousands of emails every day. Pick up the phone, do a little pitch to them, tell them why they should open your email, look out for your email, even click on it, chat them through it while they're doing it. Simple things like that. But people are afraid to do these things now because they're hiding behind technology, but even more so to do it because there's more opportunity. You know, if you want to appear on a podcast, pick up the phone sometimes. Email's great and loads of people like email, but pick up the phone. It can create a lot of opportunities. Go to that event, go and speak to someone, Earl, you know, get out there. It matters. If loads of people aren't doing it, there's your opportunity to do it and create kind of more opportunities for yourself.